Please subscribe my channel. The party was noisy, colorful, and filled with carefree laughing. But something fell off long before she spoke those words. My wife, Emily, stood near the middle of the room, drink in hand, soaking up the attention that always seemed to follow her. I watched quietly as she chatted and joked with guests, her confidence growing with every smile aimed her way. Then she laughed louder than usual and said, "I could leave you right now." To everyone else, it sounded like playful teasing, just a harmless joke to keep the crowd entertained. But I heard something else underneath it. Certainty. The calmness comes from thinking that would never be able to trust me. The room waiting to see how I react. I did not hurry to defend myself or force a laugh. I met her smile steadily, feeling a surprising calm come over me. In that moment, I realized how many times I had brushed off words that were really testing boundaries. I understood that jokes often hide real truths when they are said too casually. That moment called for honesty, not more humor. I did not raise my voice or move closer. I simply said, "Then go ahead and leave." My tone was calm, even and clear. The laughter stopped right away, as if someone had muted the entire room. Conversations froze in the middle of sentences. The music suddenly seemed too loud and out of place. Emily blinked, obviously not expecting that answer. Her smile faded, replaced first by confusion, then shock. She laughed again, but it was weaker this time, thinking I was just playing along. I stayed still. I did not repeat myself. Silence carries weight when people expect noise. She glanced around, hoping someone would step in and save the moment, but nobody did. Eyes looked away. The joke had fallen apart under its own boldness. That one sentence changed the whole atmosphere. It was not loud or angry. It was final, and everyone sensed it, including her. As she slowly realized the situation was no longer in her control, she tried to bounce back, saying I was being too sensitive and that it was only a joke. Her voice sounded strained now. I listened without cutting her off, noticing how fast the humor turned into excuses. I told her calmly that jokes only work when both people feel safe in them. The room stayed quiet, leaving her words no place to hide. She shifted awkwardly, suddenly aware of how vulnerable she felt. People close by pretended not to notice, but nobody moved. That is when I saw how strong staying quiet can be. I was not mad. I was not embarrassed. I was simply finished pretending that disrespect was no big deal. She asked why I was handling this in front of everyone. I replied that she was the one who picked the audience. That answer hit harder than any yelling could have. Her confidence broke as she understood something lasting had just happened, and no amount of laughing could undo it. She lowered her voice and asked if we could talk somewhere private. I told her quietly that privacy was not the problem. Respect was. That statement stopped her cold. The party no longer mattered. The guests, the noise, the whole setting faded as the truth sank in. She stared at me, trying to read my face, hoping to spot doubt or regret. There was none. I was not threatening to walk out. I was not begging for comfort. I was drawing a line she never thought I would draw. The silence dragged on, feeling heavy. Someone nearby cleared their throat, but no one laughed again. She suddenly looked smaller, unsure, without the boldness she had shown just minutes before. That is when everything truly changed. Not with shouting or drama, but quietly in front of all those people. She finally saw that words tossed out lightly can shut doors forever when said to the wrong person at the wrong moment. We left the party soon after, without any more drama. In the car, she accused me of embarrassing her, of overreacting, of spoiling the evening. I listened, hands steady on the steering wheel. When she finished, she waited for me to say sorry. I did not. I told her calmly that embarrassment comes from crossing lines, not from protecting them. She went quiet, staring out the window. The drive home felt much longer than normal. Once we were home, she tried once more to brush it off, calling the whole thing silly and unnecessary. I told her that words show true priorities when they are said without worry. That scared her. She asked if I was serious, if I really meant what I had said. I replied that seriousness starts when jokes stop being funny. The house felt different after that. Heavier, more still. The change was clear. Something had ended back at the party, and we both knew it. That night, she hardly slept. I could hear her tossing, sighing, thinking. I lay still, feeling an unusual peace. I was not replaying the scene or second-guessing myself. Clarity does not make a lot of noise. It just settles in. The next morning, she asked if everything was really going to change over one comment. I told her it was not just one comment. It was a long pattern finally brought into the open. She admitted she never imagined I would take her word seriously. That admission explained it all. I reminded her that respect only lasts where people choose their words carefully. She did not argue after that. Fear replaced her usual confidence as she realized the version of me who quietly put up with disrespect was gone for good. I was not trying to punish her. I was protecting myself, and that difference meant more than she grasped at the time. In the days that followed, she tried to bring back normal life, acting sweeter, quieter, more cautious. But being careful is not the same as true respect. I stayed calm, a bit distant, watching. Friends picked up on the change right away. She asked if I was planning to leave. I told her I was planning to stop accepting threats hidden as jokes. That answer shook her deeply. She had counted on knowing I would always fix things. Now she did not know where she stood. That uncertainty scared her more than any argument ever could. I did not raise my voice or demand she change. I simply stopped bargaining over my self-respect. Silence took over the places where excuses used to fit. The balance between us had shifted forever. The sense of control was gone, replaced by responsibility. And she realized too late that confidence built on brushing things off cannot stand up to steady pushback. Looking back, that party was not really about shame or ego. It was about seeing things clearly. When she joked about leaving, she showed how safe she felt making threats against our marriage. My response showed that safety was over. The room went quiet because the truth had walked in uninvited. I did not humiliate her. I met her honesty with my own. That moment changed everything I thought I knew about our marriage. Love cannot last where respect is seen as optional. I did not yell, beg, or over-explain. I simply broke a pattern with one sentence. Sometimes change does not come from big fights or demands. It comes from calm refusal. And when the laughter faded and the quiet took over, we both knew something permanent had started. Not a battle, but an awakening.